Right, this is a scattergraph question. I know it's a scattergraph question because all the crosses are scattered around. They do not have to, these do not have to form a straight line. Now, what does this scattergraph represent? Now, all of these crosses that you see over here represents a person. So, for example, if I pick one of the crosses here, that one there, that represents a person whose math score happens to be, let's have a look, 55, 51, 52, 53, 54, 56. So that person has a score of 56 for maths. But their art score happens to be, let's have a look, that's around about 13. So somebody who has a math score of 56 had a score of 13 on the art. It seems like as if the higher the math score, the lower the art score. So this is what we call a negative correlation. For negative correlation, all the crosses tend to go downhill like that. If the crosses were going upwards like so, something like that, that would be called a positive correlation. And if all the crosses were scattered around like so, all over the place, then obviously there's no connection, there's no correlation. So this one, positive correlation, that one, negative correlation. So to answer the first question, what type of correlation does this scattergraph show? It's a negative correlation. Next, it's asking for you to draw a line of best fit on the scattergraph. So for that to happen, you need to draw a line of best fit, a line which goes roughly down the middle, like so. Now you should have roughly equal number of crosses on either side of line of best fit. Now, not everybody's line of best fit is going to be exactly the same. If I was to do that the second time round, it'll be slightly different. Here, that's slightly different from the one I had before. So everybody's line of best fit is going to be slightly different. Don't expect it to be exactly the same. They are not going to be exactly the same. Now I'm going to show you some lines of best fit that are totally incorrect. So for example, I've seen people draw lines of best fit like that. Now you might argue and say, well, you've got same number of crosses, roughly same number of crosses on either side. Well, clearly that is wrong. Best way to explain that is if I show you from the beginning. Imagine I'm standing over here and all of these are bowling pins which I'm going to knock down. They're all in front of me. These are all in front of me and I'm going to knock all these as many bowling pins down as possible. So I need to choose the best line in which to attack those bowling pins. To get as many pins down as possible, I want to do my bowling, which is roughly down the middle, to get as many pins as possible. Obviously, if one of the pins fall, there's a good chance it's going to knock down another pin. So that would be my line of best fit. It'd be incorrect for me to bowl that way. I might be able to get those two pins, but there's nothing here. Equally, this is wrong. I'm not going to bowl this way. Well, there's absolutely nothing there. That's not a line of best fit. Now, to answer part C, it says here, Sarah has not got a maths mark, but her art mark is 23. Using a line of best fit, estimate the maths mark. So remember, the art mark is 23. So I'll locate 23 on the art axis. That's roughly there. Keep going until I hit the graph. Then what I do is I move down. So it looks like I've reached a score which is around about 40. So using your line of best fit to estimate the maths mark for Sarah, I would say 40. Do not expect everybody's answer for that to be exactly the same. It all depends on your line of best fit.